You are not the body. You are not the thoughts that appear. You are not the emotions, feelings, sensations. You are not even the person that you think yourself to be. There is something much subtler than the body that changes, than the thoughts that come and go, than the emotions, moods, feelings that appear and disappear. Something subtler than even your idea of yourself, which itself changes. That is what we can call identity or self. The self remains changeless no matter how much these things change. People call you by many names. There are many names people have for you. And some even, call you father, mother, friend, enemy. They refer to you by many ways, but you only refer to yourself as I. Because there is a sense of changeless, continuous identity at the core of your experience, which remains changeless no matter how much the body ages and changes, no matter how much you experience change in thought and emotion, no matter how much your personality changes, how you conceive of yourself, what you think of yourself, who you are as a person. Even that, as it changes, you never feel any change in identity. Today I want to convey to you a very simple yet transformational message. Right now, you feel like you are a person sitting here watching this video. It's completely valid, and that's the way that our conditioned worldview is. We conceive of ourselves as a person. That is our self-image. When you say I, you think of your face. You think of your name. You think of the person you believe yourself to be. When you say I, you imagine a story about yourself. You imagine your past. You imagine your future. What you like, what you don't like. Today, I'm here in front of you with an invitation that all of that stuff that you think you are is just a thought-made self-image. It is not self. It is a self-image. It is an image you have of self. But the image you have of self is not self. The image you have of self is a thought-made idea. The self that you are is not the concept, the image you have that you believe in of self. This can be a little tricky and subtle, but please stay with me here. I want to ask you, when you let go of all thought, what remains of you? Please take a moment to internalize this question and really reflect on it. When thought is not there to tell you, to paint images about who you are, when you empty yourself of thought, as what do you remain? This is not a trick question. And this is not a question that you must rush to find an answer to. This is not even a question that you may find an answer to right away. Because when you try to find an answer, you notice thought keeps arising and tries to tell you an answer. But notice that anything that it can say is also just another idea, another image, another concept. That is the thing that I want you to catch in your meditation practice. Thinking is entirely conceptual, and it paints an image of who you are, but that image of who you are is not the self. The person you believe yourself to be is a thought-made identity. It is not the self. In order to continue to conceive of yourself as a person, you need to keep thinking of yourself as a person. It is the endless psychological chatter which continues to make you feel personal. Believing in thoughts and constantly dwelling in thoughts keeps us bound to personal identity. Endless thoughts keep reinforcing the self-image. Thoughts about past, about future, about what I like, what I don't like, who I am, what kind of person I am, what kind of qualities I have. All of these are thought-made concepts, ideas, and they change also. Literally, how even thought thinks of self changes. Who you take yourself to be, how you think yourself to be, also changes as life unfolds. But self, I am, identity, never changes. This is why I ask, when you empty yourself of all thought, in that moment, what remains of you? When you no longer rely on thought to tell you what you are, when you no longer go to thinking for the answer to who am I, when thinking is totally disregarded in this moment and dropped, as what do you remain? This is what remains to be discovered in your self-inquiry meditation practice. If you keep on dwelling in thinking, you will always feel personal, and all you will know is just the personal state. And in this state, we just contemplate spiritual matters, non-duality, as a person. Only by learning to become empty, letting go of all concepts, letting go of believing in any idea of mind as the self. By remaining as the thoughtless presence, thoughtless I am, we grow in the experiential understanding of who I am, what I am. This is why teachers like Ramana Maharshi, one of their main teachings is rest the mind in the heart of awareness. teachers like Nisargadatta Maharaj recommend, keep returning to I am. I am is the doorway to the truth of yourself, to self-knowledge. In I am, in your beingness, in your presence, there is no thought that remains to conceive who you are. All concepts subside in I am. In a way, we can say you have to, quote unquote, practice being here without attributing your beingness to any thought, to any object, because all objects change, as you can see on the right-hand side over here. All objects, everything that you know as the phenomenal world, including the person you take yourself to be, changes, while identity, I am, is the only thing that remains as it is. In the nowness of identity, in the nowness of your presence, all of these things appear and disappear, appear and disappear. Thoughts are one of those objects that are appearing, constantly painting a story of who you are, of what you are. But these stories are not true. If you wish to go beyond these stories and start to truly understand your impersonal identity, not on a merely conceptual level, but through inner conviction and experience, you have to, quote unquote, practice becoming empty of concepts. You have to practice becoming empty of belief. You have to rid the mind of belief. You have to drop all ideas and see what remains. This is the challenge of self-inquiry. I hope that you got a lot of value out of that video. If you do want to go deeper into the practice of what we covered in today's video, take a look at my self-inquiry guide. You can download it in the description box for completely free. It will teach you step by step exactly how to practice self-inquiry and take your practice deeper. Okay? It's a wonderful resource there for you. And if you are looking for more hands-on help and you want to get a more structured approach to your practice, then consider our School of Awakening. It is an amazing program where you get step-by-step instruction. Every single day I will lead you deeper into this practice. So we have an amazing course over here. Along with that, we have a great community group. Anytime that you have a question, you can simply post it here and I'm able to answer it for you. We also do weekly meetings. So as you'll see, we have a Q&A coming up tomorrow. We do 2 Q&As per week. We do a guided meditation every week, live on Zoom. And all in all, you can connect with other members from all around the world who are doing this practice and growing in the understanding of their true self, awakening to their true self together. So it's just an amazing resource. It really gives you the structure, the guidance, and the support that you need to grow in this understanding experientially. So I'll leave the link down below for that as well. If you're interested, definitely check it out. That's all for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.